Through this final week of June, we've been keeping temperatures very summer-like as we've been extending not only into those 80s, but we had some of those 90s through the middle of June, giving us that summer-like feel. But changes were enacted here as we've rolled through our Friday and now stepping into the weekend. We are noting that our Saturday is going to be a little cooler than normal. Even morning temperatures here starting off into the 40s and then restricting our high temperatures into the 70s. Now, not far off from those averages, but it's cooler than what we have been seeing from those 80s to 90s that we're stacking up through the last week to 2 weeks. This is going to have that touch cooler feel to it. But what we'll note is that we'll have those rounding temperatures. Really here our Saturday is the cool point. We'll be back even seeing some potential near 90s as we head into that Sunday, Monday forecast. But we're going to keep it with a very summer-like pattern where we may keep the mild temperatures around, but we are noting that that afternoon thunder risk is going to stay nearly daily as we head towards the 4th of July. We'll also note that we are going to keep winds a little breezier as well. We're not dealing with high wind concerns, but with at least a daily wind that is going to help to drive some of these temperatures, it is also going to keep us in mind that we have to keep an eye on some fire risk. Is what we've been noting here as we've rolled into our summer months is that the drought conditions have been expanding. We note that almost much of the area does fall underneath at least abnormally dry conditions, where there is even a small area here throughout the local Cheyenne area under severe drought, which does mean that conditions will need to continue to be monitored. Burning permits will start to be suspended at times if these conditions continue to grow. Now, again, we stay summer-like pattern with thunderstorm chances, but we note that this summertime pattern, some of these storm chances are pretty isolated threats here, especially as we head into our Saturday. It is going to be more of a restricted storm chances. What we see is that mainly throughout our Saturday, our concern is the steering of these winds turning back to more of a southerly flow. It doesn't promote big warming, but we do see that steering of the wind that will be a little gusty into the afternoon, but we see that there is going to be some edge of some storms building off the Colorado Rockies, and that could extend up through our I-80 corridor there. And it is a very isolated threat, nothing looking to be organized or severe, but it's something to mention that there are some chances. Now, the better chance for some potentially more organized storms will be along a frontal system that's going to be nearly stationary and swinging through the region, keeping us under more of these embedded waves that could fire up some stronger storms, but also brings back those summer-like temperatures where we are back to flirting with those 90s, so warm conditions leading to that better storm threat. We also note that as we roll into this for Sunday and Monday forecast, we do have some of those increasing winds. Again, breezy, not gusty, but you also note that as we keep the wind strong, we do have some variable winds, lots of switching from the southerly winds to the northerly winds, so that keeps us on our toes there with those temperature trends nearly hovering just around normal, but there will definitely be some of those warmer days that bring some better storm chances and cooler days that could keep us on the drier side at times. So make sure to stay tuned with this forecast.